What is good, everybody? So today I'm gonna go over the car community. You know how it really is, and how most people don't see it because they're put in these certain categories where they're never going to see it. So to start off, I mean, I've got trophies. I've got numerous trophies for car shows. These are just 4 of them that I have received within the past 2 years. You know, I've got smaller ones. I've got bigger ones. They're just trophies. I don't go out searching to win a trophy every time I go to a car show. Even though it is nice, shows you get some type of achievement for winning that show, or even placing in that show. Like, I've got a best import, I've got a top 5 import. This was a top 50. This one is top 10 to 2,000 the present. So I mean, I've got trophies, and they're nice to have, but they're hard to win when you're in my classification of vehicle. So, of course, if you live in the state of Kentucky, there's really no major shows except for like Import Alliance that comes in, I don't know what month it comes in, but it's in Bowling Green. Normally it's a show that I can't go to because I have to work. Last year they tried to have a new mini truck show. I don't know if it's coming back this year. But we try to have bigger shows. We have the Summer Nights Cruise. I think it's called the Boonesboro Boogie or some shit like that. We try to have these bigger shows. But at the end of the day, when you live in this state, you're not going to get noticed as much when you drive a certain type of vehicle. So I started off with the vehicles that do get noticed, which are the classics, the American muscles. These people normally drive cars from anywhere from the 90s backwards. Always nice people. You get a handful of them that aren't nice. That's with any group of cars. Some of them look down on newer builds, like the ones that I do. Some of them want to see them builds thrive and see them grow and become part of our now car culture. Then you move out of that class and you got your truck boys. Now, I'm not talking about mini trucks or lowrider trucks. I'm talking about lifted or classic trucks. These people are normally in the same category because normally their trucks are built about the same unless they're kept in their original condition, which is still pretty much base everything unless a part's been changed for mechanical reasons. Then we move on to Mustang boys. I'm sorry, I have nothing against Mustangs, but you guys are treated like fucking royalty for some reason, besides when you're trying to take out a crowd of people. I've lost numerous times to stock Mustangs at car shows due to the fact that where we live at, that's what you see so much, and where my cars don't look like everybody else's, it's kind of like I'm targeted. Then we move away from the Mustangs, then we got mini trucks and lowriders. A class that's been around for a while now. It started off with the lowriders in the early 70s and stuff, then eventually it branded off into mini trucks. Most of y'all don't know, technically mini trucks are still a class of lowriders, but they're their own form of lowriders. Instead of using the hydraulics, they're using air ride suspension, or they're just static dropped. The old mini trucks from like the early 90s, most of them didn't have air ride, they were just lowered. Besides that, moving on to technically my classification, JDM. Our cars are looked down on quite a bit because we're not treated as if we're a car culture. We're not treated as if the same respect as somebody with that stock Mustang is. We're treated differently. We're treated like we're outsiders. And it kind of sucks because we put just as much effort and time into our cars as anybody else does. And occasionally you get a few shows that you will bring home a trophy or a plaque or something. But those shows are hard to find. Because the first classes, as I said, are what mainly my state is built around. Unless you go to a bigger show. My Accord, when my dad had it, it did win numerous trophies here. But that's also because that car is very well built. It's very nice. And a lot of people have seen it at multiple shows. And yes, it has been beaten by Mustangs. It's also been beaten by a judge that wasn't even allowed to be in the show, but we're not going to talk about that. So it's not like it doesn't have its fair share of trophies. But not only do I want to win trophies with that car, I also want to be noticed for the cars that I build. Yes, that's my car, but he built it. I don't have that much time put into that car. Now, my Civic, on the other hand, everything that's done to it, he has helped me, but it's been my idea. It's been a thought off the top of my head to, hey, what can I do with this car next? So, yeah, that's what I would like to be noticed for is my cars. Not only for the Accord, because I will eventually end up redoing it, and it will get me noticed, but I want to be noticed for what I drive. Whether it be the Veloster or the Civic, or later on down the road when I get another vehicle or something, I want to be noticed for those, not just for the Accord. But that's what I really want to talk to you guys about. Don't ever just go out chasing these. You'll drive yourself crazy. And quite frankly, it makes the car show just not worth going to when you start stressing about awards. Like I said, they're always nice to win, but if you can't win them, don't get down. Keep going, keep pushing forward. Eventually you will. It took me, I think, almost a year before I got my first trophy, which was this one, and I received it with my my S10. So just keep pushing forward. Don't ever let nobody get you down. Your build is for you, not nobody else. So build it how you want. And that's about all I got for you guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.